welcome back to another episode of Grimdark Tales.
Hello.
I'm joined by Jordan again. This is a classic, it's sort of a podcast intro. Joined by Jordan again.
Yeah, they can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should probably hard cut.
In this game, we're going to do our first full 40k bat rep.
Fullish. Full like 1,310 points.
It's a small game, but it's a full 40k game.
Yes.
So in this game, we're going to be going again the Deathwatch against your Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
This is a follow-up to the Kill Team game we played with the Deathwatch versus the Necrons, and it's going to play into the beginning of our huge campaign that we're doing for the channel. I'm really excited to be starting a full 40k for this game. We have been all working so hard to get our models painted, that we all have so many that are unpainted, and we hope that this will just be the beginning of us painting many more models and having a huge variety of armies on this channel over time, because we have a lot of plans for this campaign, narratively speaking. So for this game specifically, as a follow-up to the last Kill Team game, what happened, in case you didn't see that, was the Deathwatch were sent in to investigate what happened to be sort of a strange docking procedure where the cargo that was being brought in by a certain ship revealed to be, the contents were revealed to be Necrons, dormant but awakening, and the Deathwatch were sort of caught off guard. They were sent in to purge the Necrons, but they didn't know they would be waking up. So the Deathwatch were sent in and immediately started just trying to gun down these active Necrons, who are obviously extremely dangerous. But the Necrons, despite the Deathwatch pretty successfully holding their ground in that game and destroying a few Necron structures, constructs, the Necrons did manage to get off the table, meaning that they succeeded in their objective. So the Necrons have now, that they've won that mission, we're going to figure out what's happening next. And Jordan, you want to talk a little bit about this mission?
Yeah. So this is one that we've just sort of made up to fit the story. Basically, as Eric said, there were some shipments that arrived under mysterious circumstances, which happened to contain dormant Necrons. But these Necrons have escaped and now are awakening Tomb World that was lying below the surface of this Imperial colony. So for the mission, what we've got is we're going to have kill points to represent the Deathwatch. Their mission is to eliminate the Necrons.
Yeah.
So there'll be kill points for both sides, just to sort of make it even. And then there's also 3 objectives representing elements of that shipment that the Necrons and the Deathwatch are both trying to secure, which may contain, weapons or relics or more dormant Necrons or who knows.
Yeah, the Necrons are trying to obtain their missing material, and the Deathwatch are trying to destroy it before the Necrons can get their hands on it.
Yeah, so that'll be like Eternal War style, where at the end of the game, whoever's holding those objectives will get a point for that. So it should be, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, and hopefully just a nice sort of simple outing for our first 40k game filmed. Yeah. Just
definitely want to do Maelstrom in the future, but I think for this story it makes less sense, where there's like pretty well-defined objectives.
Pretty straightforward,
It wouldn't make a ton of sense to have randomized objectives.
Yeah, I agree. So we can just go into the lists that we're bringing today. These lists are right around 1,300 points. We basically just set a cutoff for ourselves about what we both had painted at this point, and I had less points painted than Jordan. So,
although I was kind of cheating because I have a monolith painted, which that goes to a buffer.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we just stopped around 1,300 points, and I just tried to paint up sort of half of my Deathwatch force, like if you cut it down the middle. So it's as balanced as I could think to get it within those parameters. So my list is it's a battalion, and it's led by the Deathwatch Watchmaster Diomedes, who is going to play a big role in the upcoming campaign. If you listen to our podcast about the Imperium forces that we have, he's a sort of crucial character in the strikes that the Imperium are going placing against the Tau in this region, but also the Deathwatch have been sort of sidetracked by this Necron threat that came out of nowhere. So the Deathwatch are sort of being split in two directions, and right now Diomedes is diverting himself and his forces to attack the Necrons. Mm-hmm. So Watchmaster Diomedes is the leader of my force. My HQ choice is my warlord. He has the Master of Hidden Knowledge warlord trait, which is the regen CP. Mm-hmm. Recently they did the CP farming. The change in the rule, which I'm fine with. Yeah. But I just thought it'd be fun to get a cheeky point here, back here and there. And he's, they have sort of a standard loadout. He has the Guardian Spear and he's a beast in combat. 2 up save, 6 wounds. He's monstrous.
That's a lot.
And he's always performed well in our games. Yeah. He's very good. Yeah. So his close friend and advisor is also going to be in this game. That's Chaplain Eridus. They're both Ultramarines that have joined this Deathwatch force at the Eye of Damocles. And Eridus has Eridus and Diomedes are both veterans of the Tyrannic Wars, so they have a lot of experience together. And a lot of experience, obviously, killing Xenos, which is hopefully what they'll be doing today.
I hope not.
And Chaplain Eridus is just standard Chaplain loadout, except I gave him a plasma pistol. I just thought that I like that as a bit of unique fluff for him. Cool. Yeah, it looks cool. I converted him. And then we also have a watch captain, and he's a Salamander's watch captain, and he's modeled with Xenophase blade, so he'll have that in the game. And he has a master-crafted bolter, which in the hands of Deathwatch is always crazy. Yeah, special issue ammo. Yeah. And I also gave him the Bane bolts of Erixia. I spent the extra CP to have 2 relics. Nice. The one of them is the Bane bolts of Erixia, so his bolter's even better. And the other one I gave was the Tome of Ectoclades to the Watchmaster Diomedes, so that he can change the tactics for the team around him, the mission tactics.
That's cool.
While we have other mission tactics going for the rest of the team that aren't near him. So those are my HQ choices.
Cool.
And then for troops, I just have 1 squad of intercessors. Just a 5-man team with bolters, bolt rifles, regular loadout for them. They're actually Deathwatch intercessors.
They're really good.
They're pretty good. Space Marines are in a weird place right now, but Deathwatch kind of pulls it back a little bit.
Yeah, the intercessors with the ammo, I think, are
and those 2 wounds, you can get some durability. Yeah. So anyway, that's a pretty strong squad, I think, for the points as far as Space Marines go. But I didn't want to lean on Primaris Marines for Deathwatch, because I think at best they're sort of just introducing Primaris into the veterancy of the Deathwatch, and there aren't that many intercessor squads that would have like the necessary 300 years of experience that required to join the ranks of the Deathwatch. So I just figured I would include them, and then the other kill teams that I have, I just basically have 4 other kill team squads. 2 of them are decked out the same, and the other 2 are decked out the same. The first 2 squads, they just have 2 Deathwatch frag cannons in each squad, 1 heavy thunderhammer, and 2 Deathwatch shotguns in each squad. The sergeant has a Deathwatch shotgun in each of those squads. So those are my sort of close assault units. And then the other 2 squads have 2 Deathwatch frag cannons as well, but then the rest of them just have bolters.
Nice.
So obviously I feel like spamming bolters is kind of the way to go with Deathwatch, because they're
the most benefit.
So good with those, and it's only an extra point per model for them, or point or 2, I can't remember. But I wanted to make the most of their special rules, so that's why I took so many bolters. And the frag cannon is just awesome. It's an incredibly multifunctional weapon. It can deal with so many different threat types. It's so good. So that's sort of my thinking behind all that. And then other than that, I just have one other thing in the Deathwatch portion of my list, and it's a Corvus Blackstar. I love the model. So cool. And this Corvus Blackstar I've loaded out. It has twin assault cannons. I wanted to get a little extra anti-infantry punch in case this list, sort of a take-all-comers list, and form it to fight your Necrons or anything. But in the case that this army has to deal with hordes, I wanted the small number of men to be able to deal with high numbers of opponents. I thought twin assault cannons make sense, but I kept the storm strike missiles on there so they could have some anti-tank punch. And then I also gave it Hurricane Bolter to give it a little more anti-infantry. And it's got that bomb that it always has. It can fly over things, drop a bomb. And obviously it's a transport that can hold 12 models. Corvus Blackstar is pretty interesting, well-rounded model, I think.
I like it a lot.
I like its functionality. It's definitely not overpowered, but I think it's good enough for what it does.
I agree.
And I gave it the Infernum Halo Launcher, which adds a little survivability to it. I figured didn't need to give it the Auspex Array because it'll probably be near my buffing commanders throughout the game, so that was my thinking. And then on top of that, that's my whole Deathwatch thing. And then all I did other than that was I took an auxiliary support detachment, and so I spent the CP to do that, but I brought an Aversir Assassin.
Nice.
So they always provide like a lot of flavor, I think, to a list.
They're very good.
A lot of versatility and utility. They come in, they usually make up their points.
Do we know, they're affected by the beta deep strike?
Yeah.
Right.
I think they are. So they'll have to come in turn two
or start on the board.
Or start on not even. Oh, start on the board. Sorry, I thought you meant game.
Right, yeah. He has to. He can't.
He can't do the first turn in my own deployment zone. Right. He has to start turn 2 or on the board. Yeah,
got it.
But he does get that 3d6 inch charge,
right?
Which is awesome.
Yeah. Coming in turn 2 isn't the end of the world.
Yeah. For him. So that's my Deathwatch list.
Nice.
I think the Aversir adds a nice little bit of like distraction. You gotta deal with him. He can tie up like whole infantry squads.
He can.
He's pretty good.
He's interesting.
He's an interesting choice. So so what did you bring, Jordan?
I brought a much simpler list. I have, for my HQs, I have my Overlord, who, his name, we don't know yet. I know it.
Right, but we don't.
We don't know it.
The Royal.
So I'm not revealing it.
Yeah.
He's accompanied by Cryptek, who I brought Orikan The Diviner. I'm not like big into special characters typically, but I just have such a soft spot for Orikan.
Orikan's awesome.
And he's kind of the reason that I played the Sautekh dynasty, because their dynasty trait doesn't really do anything. So if you're trying to play like competitively, you'd probably play like Mefrit or any other dynasty.
Yeah, Mefrit probably. Yeah.
But I really like Orikan and some of the other Sautekh characters. So I went Sautekh and I took him. It's my second HQ.
Yep.
Then for my troops, I have 2 15-man warrior squads. I would have liked to do 20, but I don't have that many painted yet. So I have 15.
Dilemma. Yeah.
And a 5-man immortal unit. Again, I probably would have just preferred to take 3 warriors, but I have my immortals painted, so I brought them. And then in fast attack, I have 5 destroyers. And for heavy support, I brought a monolith, which it's not really very good, but for the story of this mission, I thought it'd be cool if the monolith is arriving from like off-world. For the purpose of bringing these awakening Necrons that are below the surface of this Imperial planet up to the surface. So the Necrons, are orchestrating this awakening, and they've planned accordingly by bringing the monolith. For my warlord's trait is I can't remember the name of it. It's the one where units within 6 inches of him are
the fearless.
And I think he can also deny a psychic power, but that won't be relevant here. And for a relic, I actually haven't chosen yet, but I think I'll probably go with the Orb of Eternity.
Mhm.
I really like the Veil of Darkness, but I think that for the story of this game, I like the Orb of Eternity better.
Mhm.
I think it makes more sense given what he's intending to do with awakening this world. I think it fits that better.
Yeah. I like that both of us have taken sort of fluffy choices.
Yeah.
Like me taking the extra relic might not be the most efficient thing, but it's just thought it was cool. It was a cool, fun thing that I basically, my idea is just that these guys know they need to eliminate this Necron force because if you don't kill that initial awakening, they'll just spread and spread and keep waking up, and it becomes like a very serious threat to the whole region.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. Necrons are a problem for all the other people in the galaxy, that's for sure. The Necrons are waking up.
Mhm.
Deathwatch are coming in to try to stop them. This should be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens coming up. Hey everyone, welcome back. We have now fully deployed our armies on the table. Jordan's deployed his Necrons on this side of the table. The sort of Mechanicus section of the table, we decided that it would be fitting from the last mission that the Necrons are sort of emerging from the same place that they came from in that last kill team.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Deathwatch are coming from the other side of the table. They're emerging from the sort of administratum side over here. Basically, Diomedes is redeploying his forces after the failure they extracted from the last mission, and now they're redeploying on a new front to bring it into the Necrons over here. So, with that being said, I did finish deploying first, so I'll get the +1 to the roll.
Mm-hmm.
And now we'll just roll off to see who gets first turn.
Let's roll off.
Let's roll off.
I've rolled a 4.
Jordan has rolled a 4.
He's rolled a 5.
Turns into a 6. That means I've won the roll. Would you like to seize the initiative?
No, but I'm gonna have to just do it anyways.
Okay. You've done it. You've done it. He had to.
I did.
Yeah.
It's not even, I don't need it really.
He had to do it to him.
But.
So there it is. And we will come back at the beginning, or the end of the movement phase, turn 1. Okay, so at the end of Jordan's movement phase here, we can see that he's done some movement.
I moved.
And Jordan, you want to explain what you did a little bit?
Yeah, I moved my models forward in accordance with the rules as laid out in the Necron Codex.
And also the core rulebook of Warhammer 40,000.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's funny because like I said, I really didn't need or particularly want first turn.
But there it is.
But I had to roll the C's, and I got it.
Yeah, it was
so
mandatory seizing.
Yeah. So I've just moved everything forward a whopping 5 inches.
Right.
Maintaining basically the exact same blob.
That's the classic
shape.
Necron move.
Yeah, it's a blob.
Yeah. You got that phalanx going.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would be in the shooting phase now.
Yeah, I'm not in range.
You're just not in range?
Nope.
You got no shooting phase.
I have no shooting phase.
No phase to shoot?
I will declare a 36-inch charge, though.
Okay. I'll do some Overwatch.
Okay.
And resolved. Nothing happened.
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of Jordan's turn. And that means we'll be moving to my turn with the Deathwatch, turn 1, coming up now. All right, here we come at the end of the movement phase, turn 1 for the Deathwatch. I've just sort of pushed everything forward. Got to get those sweet kill points. So I've moved forward to Jordan, the burper, and I intend to begin opening fire on your little metal boys. And let's see what I can do with that. I'm going to start with the Deathwatch Black Star here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fire at this, I think I'm going to fire at this Immortal Squad back here with the Twin Assault Cannon and the Storm Strike missiles.
Wow.
And I'm going to put the Hurricane Bolter on those Necron warriors up front.
Well, I can't say I like it.
Well, I wouldn't want you to, because then there'd be something probably wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
So I need 12 dice here for the Twin Assault Cannon. 12. I did move, So I'm going to be hitting on 4s, but I'm within 6 inches of my watch captain, so I'll be rerolling 1s. And, I didn't declare my mission tactics. An important thing.
Would you please do that now?
I'm going to declare mission tactics on your troops.
I recommend going elites because I have very many.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
I'm going to just do it on your troops.
I wish you would.
It's simply too late for you to do anything about that.
Okay.
So I'm going to hitting on 4s, rolling 1s. A lot of 2s, that's awesome.
It's not that good.
It's not that good. Those 3s don't do anything, and I get to reroll that into a 2. And then strength 6, and toughness 4, and 3s to wound. And 3s I would have been rerolling, but rolling 1s, I mean. So there's 2, -1.
I'm going to roll a couple of armor saves.
Okay.
I failed them.
Failed both. That's 2 dead immortals.
That's what you call a good roll.
I wouldn't really call them that immortal.
No, you make a great point.
Yeah. So then I'm going to use the Storm Strike missiles on those immortals.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s again, rerolling 1s. That's 2 hits. Strength 8, so I wound you on 2s. And I reroll 1s. Oh, mission tactics don't affect Black Star, though, I don't think.
Because it's not infantry.
So yeah, that's just 1 wound.
Just 1 wound.
Yep.
Minus
2.
Okay. So it'll be a 5.
Oh. So that's another dead boy. And then the Hurricane Bolters. I don't know if they're within half range. Let me just see.
They better not be.
They are not. So I'll just get the 6 shots against those front Necron warriors. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Huh.
Those 1s.
Huh.
Okay. And then wounding on 4s. 1 wound. Nice. You get full save. They're in cover. Oh, would have been a... Nice, that's a 1. You've lost a single Necron warrior there. Nice. And let's come right back as I think about more shooting. All right, so getting a little bit of thought. I'm going to continue my shooting phase here. This kill team is going to fire at this squad of warriors here.
Oh.
I'm going to open with the frag cannons.
Oh, no.
So I'll be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the watch captain. And I will be wounding at this range on 3s because of strength 7, rerolling 1s because of the mission tactics.
I love that.
3 hits. 3 wounds, and it's -2.
Okay. This is on the warriors?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be the 5-up invuln provided by the Cryptech. I made 2.
Look at that. Look at that.
I like that a lot.
That's pretty good. And then the remainder of that squad are going to fire their bolters at them. In this case, I'm going to use the Hellfire rounds to wound on 2s. So I'll be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s.
That's a lot.
It's 3 hits. It's 3 wounds. And then you are in cover, I think. Right?
Okay.
We'll count that as cover.
Sure. I'm not going to argue.
You get 3 of save.
I've
failed 2. You failed 2. You pull it back for me. Nice. All right. Now that we're done with that, I'm going to fire with this squad of intercessors here. And they're going to fire Hellfire rounds as well.
Wait.
At that same squad. Do you actually want me to wait?
No.
All right. They're within 6 inches of the captain, so they'll be rerolling 1s, hitting on 3s, and then they're going to be wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s, and their weapons are AP -1 because they're bolt rifles.
Nice.
Those hits. And wounding on 2s, rerolling 1. 3 wounds, -1.
Not bad.
Yeah. So you get 4 up. Save.
4 up. I made 1.
You failed 2.
I failed 2.
You failed 2. All right, and let's come right back. I'm just going to look up the Bane Bolts of Erixia rule, and I'll fire with my watch captain when I come back.
Okay.
All right, back to the continuation of my shooting phase. My watch captain is going to fire his mastercrafted bolt gun with the Bane bolts of Elixia at that same squad. The only way I can get him in range is if I use Kraken bolts, which adds 6 inches to the gun's range. So I'm going to fire one shot at the Necron warriors here that I've been peppering.
Okay.
And I'm going to be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And because of the mission tactics, I'll be rerolling 1s to wound. But because I have to use Kraken rounds, I'll be wounding on 4s.
Okay.
So, and it'll be AP minus 2.
Interesting.
And damage 3, but that doesn't matter. And oh yeah, 6s will cause a mortal wound in addition to the normal damage. That's how that goes.
Are you done? Or?
I'm done adding buffs to this character. 2 to hit. That's a hit. 4 to wound, reroll 1s. Oh.
It's a mortal wound?
It's a mortal wound, and you have to make a 5-up save.
I've failed another save.
He's killed 2 men with 1 shot. That's the power of the Deathwatch launch captain. And then for my final bit of shooting, this kill team here is going to fire at that squad of Necron warriors.
Okay.
Because I think it's... let's see. So I'm going to start with the frag cannons. Hitting on 3s, and they are within 6 inches of the Watchmaster, so rerolling 1s. They've all hit. And then it's going to be wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. They've all wounded. And then AP minus 2.
Okay. 5 up and vulnerable.
Yep.
I've made none of them.
Nice. And then that just leaves the bolters in the squad. And one of them can't see, but 2 of them can. So I'm going to use the Kraken rounds to get them in range too at this point. So I'll be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Both hit. And then I'll be wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
That's 1 wound. Reroll 1. That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
As AP minus 1.
All right, 5 ups. I've failed another 2 saves.
You failed another 2 saves, Jordan.
It's interesting.
It's an interesting outcome. That is all my shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're immune to morale.
I am.
So that will be the end of my turn and the start of Jordan's turn too. We'll come back at the end of his movement phase in just a moment. And before Jordan commences his movement phase, he just has to roll his reanimation protocols real quick for his wounded squads, his warrior projects.
I'm gonna start over here.
Yep.
The squad lost 6 men, and they'll need a 4-up because the Cryptek is nearby.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. I brought back a whopping 2.
Nice.
You can see why you pay extra points for this ability.
For the Necrons. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a stunning.
It's something.
Return. Yeah.
And I've lost 7 from this other unit. We'll roll over here. I brought back 3.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I do know.
Okay, here come those 3 guys.
Yep.
There they are. And then for my immortals, I lost 3 of those as well.
Okay.
I don't know if they're within 3 for his +1. Does somebody have a tape measure?
I do.
Looks like they are just within 3. I brought back 1.
Nice. That's why you pay those big points.
Well, there they are.
All right.
Now my movement.
We will come back at the end of Jordan's movement phase. And we're back at the end of Jordan's movement phase, the end of turn 2 movement phase. And here we are. He's advanced forward more. His destroyers have come out to play.
They have?
I don't like that.
No.
At all. Destroyers are horrifying.
Yeah. If we didn't mention they were on the Tomb World, and so they've now popped out of the monolith.
Of the monolith, that's where they're coming from. And that's why they're right up in my grill at this point. So the destroyers are probably about to open fire, but I'll let you coordinate your shooting phases as you see fit. So go ahead.
Yeah, if we... I actually I may need to have a minor think.
You need... Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come right back.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan, you've given it a think?
Yes.
I'm ready to shoot now.
I'm ready to shoot now.
All right.
I'm going to shoot with my monolith.
Okay.
And
interesting choice.
Going to fire at the intercessor, the Deathwatch intercessor squad there.
Okay.
Are they in cover?
I would say they're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a Necron stratagem, I think, that ignores cover, but I won't use it.
You don't have to.
So I'm going to start with its 4 gauze flux arcs.
Okay.
It's heavy 3, strength 5, AP -2, 1 damage.
Gross.
And it's hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Where's convenient?
Probably just right here.
It's a hot roll.
A hot roll. Yep. Yep. 3s to...
It's a lukewarm roll.
It's a lukewarm roll. That's
okay,
good. That's
all
good.
right.
Hold it back. So that's 5.
Yep, and it's -2.
Okay, so I've got 5 up saves. I made
Not
3.
bad.
So that means I lose 1 because I have 2 wounds each.
Cool. And then I'll just go straight on to his next gun, which is the particle whip. It's heavy 6, strength 8.
Okay.
So again, rocking for...
Does it hit them again?
Yes.
Nice.
It's another really, really good roll.
Yeah. Yep. Strength 8, you said?
Strength 8.
So 2s. Okay.
Got 2 wounds.
-2?
-2.
Okay, so 5 ups again?
Yep. He's got 1.
1, and 1 gets through.
And it's D3 damage.
Okay. Okay. 3, another one is killed. Pretty good shooting.
Yeah, I mean, you can see why you pay 400 points.
Absolutely. That's a 400 points worth of shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I just took out almost 40
almost
points
40
of
points.
models.
Almost 110. Yeah, of its cost.
Yeah.
That's
if
impressive.
I did that every turn...
And the game lasted 10 turns.
I could... I'm going to move right on.
Okay.
I'm going to fire...
Yep.
Boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to have another think.
Another think, and we'll be right back. And we're back. But Jordan, you just wanted to retroactively do a couple things, right?
Yes. It's been a long time since I've played 40k.
Yeah, it has
and longer since I've played Necrons.
Yep.
This should have happened at the beginning of the turn, but I'm using my Overlord's ability and my Will Be Done, which adds 1 to advance, hit, and charge rolls for a unit.
Yep.
I'm using that on this unit of warriors, and then I've used the Pharaoh's Will stratagem to use it a second time on this second unit of warriors. I'm not getting maximum value out of that, where they're not in rapid fire range, but I may as well do something.
Yep.
And then I also should have done this right when it happened, but I'm using the Sautekh stratagem, Methodical Destruction, on the intercessor unit. So now further shooting against them will be at +1 to hit. I probably should have done that right after I wounded with my gauze flux.
It's fine. But I'm gonna let you do whatever you need because we're both a little rusty on 40k. We've been playing Kill Team a lot.
We have.
But yeah, go ahead.
So my next shooting, I'm gonna fire. I already measured it just so that we don't have to keep stopping.
Yeah.
10 of these warriors are in range of that Deathwatch unit.
Okay.
So they're gonna shoot.
Do it.
At that Deathwatch unit. And they're hitting on 2s now. Because of my Will Be Done. Yep. Here we go.
That's a good round of shooting.
Now they need 4s.
Yep.
Oops. I've got a couple more.
There you go.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
It's like
6.
Yeah.
And it's -1.
-1.
So they'll have 4 up saves, not in cover. Yep.
Wow.
That's an amazing roll.
Yep.
They are unwounded.
This game is not going to go my way.
My goodness, that was ridiculous. I apologize.
I'll go right on to the next unit, which is going to waste its fire against the Deathwatch unit on the other side of the pipe.
This unit here?
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yep. 1 miss.
4s again.
Yep. Okay.
Got
another 5. And 4 up saves again.
Go ahead and roll all once.
I pulled it back a little for you.
Thank you.
3 dead.
I do appreciate that.
Leaves 2 alive.
Okay. And now the last bit of shooting I'm going to do is I'm going to fire with my destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use... Oh man, this is tricky. I think I'm going to use their stratagem that lets them reroll hits and wounds.
Okay.
I can't remember what that one's called.
It's probably called Win.
It's like something destruction. Something. Extermination protocol.
Extermination protocol.
I wasn't right.
You were close enough.
So I think I'm going to make a mistake by splitting their fire.
Nice.
I'm going to fire 3 of them at the surviving intercessors.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire 2 of them at the... I'm going to fire 2 of them at the Deathwatch squad that I'm going to fire 2 at the squad that has 2 guys left.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Am I? Oh, God.
I can't now.
I don't know what to do.
You want to think?
I'm going to fire them at the unwounded squad.
You're going to fire at the unwounded squad?
Yeah, it's probably not smart, but I don't remember how to play this game.
Okay.
So here goes 3 of them shooting at the intercessors.
Yep.
So they're hitting on 2s because of that Sautekh stratagem.
Okay.
I've rolled 3 ones, but I can re-roll them.
You can re-roll them. Look at that.
Okay. So they all
They've all hit.
So now they are...
Threes,
Yeah.
And they're
6.
re-rolling.
Re-rolling. Yep. Okay.
Oh boy.
So we've got... Is that 7?
Yep.
And this is at -3.
-3, yep. So I got 6 up saves here.
Yep. Don't do what you did last time.
I don't think I can.
Please don't.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Okay.
So I don't think we even have to roll wounds.
We don't.
Because they'll all be dead.
7. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So you wipe the unit that is first blood, and it's a kill point.
Yep. That's a relief.
There you go.
That's
I knew they do some work.
Yeah.
And then
They're
so
special boys.
these ones will now be at the other unwounded squad.
Then there's the 2 other guys in the unit are going to fire at that undamaged squad.
And they'll be hitting on 3s.
They'll be hitting on 3s.
Rerolling misses.
Rerolling misses.
Okay.
So here goes. They're shooting. Reroll those 2 misses.
Okay. And then they're wounding on 3s again.
Yeah.
Rerolling if it fails.
Reroll these 2 fails. So we've got 5.
All right.
And
-3.
Okay.
So 6 up saves. All but one is killed. That was devastating, as I knew it would be.
It makes me think maybe I should have only brought destroyers this game.
I think all Necron players should only bring destroyers and maybe wraiths.
Yeah.
And
That wouldn't have been fluffy, though.
That wouldn't have been fluffy at all, and it would have resulted in my immediate loss.
Yeah. But that's the end.
It's the end of your shooting.
That's the end of my shooting, I think.
Right.
Unless my immortals are in range of something. Which I didn't even check, because I assumed they wouldn't be. Are they in range of anything? They're in range of the Black Star.
They're in range of the Black Star.
Are they in range of that frag cannon?
I think they're just out. Yeah, they're just out.
Cool, they'll just take some pot shots at the Black Star.
Okay.
So that's just going to be 3 shots, hitting on 4s.
Yep. Nice. Winning on 5s. Excellent.
That's the end of my shooting.
Okay. And with that, are you going to do any charging?
No.
Okay. So that is the end of your turn, 2. I'm going to roll morale.
Okay.
Because I definitely have to. So for this unit that lost 3, their leadership is 8 without their sergeant. And that would be... so 6 would fail.
Yeah, but you can reroll.
I can reroll with they shall not have fear. They're
Love
fine.
it.
This one guy, a 5 or 6 would fail.
Okay.
He's fine.
Yeah.
They're both so brave.
Yeah, you can see why they were promoted to
The Deathwatch.
the Deathwatch.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, we will go into the beginning of my turn, turn 2, coming up. Okay, so we're at the end of the movement phase for the Deathwatch, turn 2. This is a rather telling turn. Diomedes is going for a full push here. We'll see what happens. Before I get into the shooting phase proper, though, the Black Star did fly over this unit of Necron warriors here, so I'm going to drop that bomb on it. The way this works is in the movement phase, when you pass over something, you can roll a d6 for each enemy model in the unit you pass over, up to 10 maximum dice you can roll, and then on any 6s, it's a mortal wound to the squad. So I'm going to roll 10d6 now, and we'll see if I do any damage to that big blob of warriors there.
I think there's 11 of them.
Yes, but I rolled 10 dice.
Oh, okay.
You only roll up
Got
to 10
it.
dice.
I was phasing out there.
That's right.
Didn't want to cheat you out of a mortal wound.
I have killed 2.
Killed 2? I won't remove them though.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep a mental note, I guess.
No.
Oh. So nothing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'd prefer.
And now I guess we'll just roll into the shooting phase proper here. Now the squad here, I think I'll open with, and they're going to open fire with their Deathwatch frag cannons at this squad. I think I'm going to just pour everything into them. I should say, before we go on any further, that in addition to all the movement you see here, all my forces moving up, I also dropped my Aversir Assassin over in this corner. He popped on, and he's 9 inches away from this unit here, so I'm hoping I can get a cheeky charge in against that warrior squad. So now that I've gone over that, I can get back to the shooting. This kill team here is going to fire at those warriors. And I'm going to open first with the frag cannons in the squad. So they, at this range, they can do their sort of grape shot version of their weapon, which is assault 2d6, auto hits, strength 6, AP -1. So let's see how many shots I get. That's 9, 12, 13.
Nice.
So this is 10, and I add 3. And they're going to be wounding on 3s, and they'll be rerolling 1s because of the mission tactics. And I should declare, because he has the Tome of Ectoclades, or Ectoclades, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, I can declare a second unit that I'll be rerolling 1s to wound against, or another type of unit. I'm going to do heavy support so that I can reroll 1s against the destroyers for anything.
They're fast attack.
Sorry, fast attack is what I meant, because I have been told they're fast attack. So anything within 6 inches of him gets to reroll 1s against fast attack as well as trip stresses.
Very nice.
So we'll get back to it. 13 wounds against these warriors, or hits, rerolling 1s, and they're wounding on 3s. 3, 4. Okay.
Okay.
That's full house, 13 wounds against those warriors. They get their 5 results.
Nice. So I've saved 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 1 model left in the unit.
Okay. And then I will use the shotguns in the squad. I'm going to use the... I think it's called the Xeno Purge round. It's the ones that allow you to reroll the wound roll. But they're just strength 4.
Yep.
I think they're AP -1 as well. Okay, so rolling the hit. They're hitting on 3s, and because Diomedes is there, they're rerolling misses. All hit. Been rolling pretty hot this game.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Even more than I really need to be rolling. I've been just like rolling.
Rub it in.
Well, I still think I could lose this game. We'll see.
If you try, you might.
If I put a lot of effort into it. So now I'm wounding on 4s.
Okay.
Rolling fails. Okay. That's 4 wounds.
Minus
-1, I think.
That is the squad deceased.
Okay. And let me just make sure I got that right. I know you rolled a 1, so that would be him dead anyway. But I want to make sure that I got the rule right for the shotgun. Deathwatch, shotgun, Xeno Purge, assault 2, strength 4, AP -1. Oh, sorry, it wasn't AP -1. I was doing the crypt clear round. That's what makes you reroll failed wounds, but it's not AP -1. But you failed to save it.
I did fail it.
glad I checked that. I'm sorry for the confusion, folks. And now we can move on with the shooting phase. I'm going to fire... I think I'm going to fire with these two guys here at the destroyers.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire with the... I'm not going to use the rounds to auto hit. I'm going to use the solid shot rounds.
Okay.
So at this range, they'll be strength 9, AP minus 3, damage 2. Well, it's damage 2. Maybe I should... I'll do the auto hits.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Yeah. Okay, so 46 auto hits.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And strength 6 against toughness...
I think 5, but let me double check.
Okay.
It's been a while.
They are toughness 5. Strength 6, I roll 3. And I can't reroll the 1s, I'm not near Diomedes, but it was a pretty good roll.
It's like 9.
Yep. 3, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's 9.
All right.
And it's minus 1.
Okay. So it'll be 3 up in the cover. That will be determined.
Yes.
Here we go. So 1 is killed.
Okay.
I'll kill old mate here.
All right. And then I'm going to have my watch captain fire at them as well.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to possibly use a stratagem. Let me come right back. I'll do some research on it. Okay, so coming back to the shooting phase, I'm going to do something that's definitely not the most tactically sound, but I just thought it was kind of a fun thing to attempt. So my watch captain with the Bane Bolts of Elixir, one of those, is going to fire his mastercrafted bolt gun at the destroyers, but I'm going to spend 2 CP to use the doctrine that allows me to add 1 to wound rolls against the destroyers. So I'm going to use vengeance rounds to make it his bolter AP minus 3, and then I'm going to spend the 2 CP so that it will be 4s to wound. And I'm going to, because I have Lord of Hidden Knowledge on my Warlord, I'm going to roll to see if I get 1 of those CP back on a 5-up. I do. So I only spend 1 CP for that, so that's not so bad. And then I'm going to take those 2 shots with him. So he's hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. He's hit. And then he's wounding on 4s.
Okay.
And 6s will cause mortal wounds in addition.
Okay.
And twice.
Got 2 wounds.
So it's AP minus 3 and it's damage 3. That's why this is so
5.
critical.
Oh, it's 2 destroyers.
That's 2 destroyers killed. That was a CP well spent.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Okay. So now I'm going to fire this Deathwatch veteran squad here into that squad of warriors.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the frag cannons again. It's 4d6 auto hits. Okay, that's 9, 10, that's 13 again. 12, 13. And they're going to be wounding on 3s and rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 9, I think.
Looks like it. So
Minus
I
1.
need 5. Saved 1.
Okay.
Lost 8 guys.
Okay, finishing the shooting for that squad, I got the 2 shotguns left.
Okay.
They're going to use the crypt clear rounds again, so they're rerolling wound rolls. So hitting on... You know what, actually? I'm going to do the Xenopurge, so AP minus 1.
Okay.
Instead, because I'll be rerolling 1s to win anyway. So hitting on 3s, rerolling misses because of the Watchmaster. Ooh. They've all hit. And then 4s to wound.
Okay.
Yuck. Okay, well, that's 2 wounds, AP minus 1.
Okay, so 5s again.
Ooh.
I do save them.
There you go.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to, I think the next thing I'm going to do is my Watchmaster is going to fire, Diomedes is going to fire his Guardian Spear at the Immortals.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the Hellfire rounds for this. So he'll be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s, and it will be AP -1.
Okay.
So, here we go. He's hit. Reroll. He wounds twice.
Okay.
So you have 2, 4 up save. 3 up save. They're in cover. It's 3 up. It's 3 up save.
Okay. 2 or 3 ups. I fail one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll remove him.
Okay. And then I'm going to have my chaplain, Eridus, fire his pistol, plasma pistol at them.
Okay.
So he's hitting on 3s, rerolling. Hits. And he's going to wound on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's just a fail. So the plasma pistol does nothing. And then I'm going to continue the shooting phase here with the Black Star.
Okay.
He's going to fire Storm Strike missiles, assault cannon at the destroyers.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire the Hurricane Bolter at the Immortals.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Storm Strike missiles. They both hit because I moved, but it would have been forced hit. And then it's going to be 3s to wound.
Okay.
They both wound.
Okay.
And it's AP -2, I believe.
All right. So we're looking at 4 ups if it's 2 in the cover.
It should be that, yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll them.
Yeah, you're right.
They're both done.
Okay. That was wasted fire, but I would say it was very worth it. Okay. And then, this is getting crazy. Gonna fire the Hurricane Bolters at the Immortals. Miss. And then 4s to wound. 2, 3, 4 wounds.
Okay.
You're full save. 2 up in the cover, I guess.
I still
Managed to
fail
find one, pulled it back for me. Thanks, I guess.
You're welcome.
And then my assassin is going to fire his pistol at the warrior there. And I'm going to actually just go look up what that does. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay. Continuing this heinous shooting phase. The assassin is going to fire his executioner pistol into this warrior squad. It's pistol 4. So like 4 shots. He's hitting on 2s. He's hit with 3. And then he's strength 4 with the gun. So he'll be wounding on 4s and re-rolling wounds because they're infantry. He's hit, wounded twice. Just twice. And it's AP -1.
Okay.
So 5 up save.
I think one.
Okay. And I think you just made his charge impossible. But let's see. Maybe he wants to fight a monolith.
Yeah. Or the Overlord. I don't know.
Don't think he can reach him.
Oh, really?
But he's just out of 12. He can roll 3d6, but I think he's still limited to charging 12 inches.
Gotcha.
So he's just kind of out in the open right now. Okay. So I think the only shooting I have left to do is this solo guy here.
Okay.
And he's going to fire his frag cannon at the monolith.
Okay.
So he's hitting on 3s. And
nice.
He's wounding on strength 9, toughness 8. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
He's wounded twice. And it's AP -3.
Okay. So I need 6s. Okay.
And you got 2 6s.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Had to happen eventually.
It had to happen eventually. Gotta say, I'm glad that happened. Because it was hilarious. And you deserve a little bit of a break from what's been happening. Okay, so that's my shooting done. I'm going to attempt some charges now.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with this unit. And I'm going to try to do a multi-charge into the warriors, Orikan The Diviner, and I think I'll just go for your Lord too, and the Immortals.
Wow.
I'm going to go for all of those things.
Gone for all of it.
Yeah. So
I'll do some Overwatch.
do all that Overwatch.
I don't remember Orikan's weapon profile.
I'll just roll to see what I get,
Okay.
and then you can do your Overwatch. I rolled a 10. So
Okay. So
probably make it.
you'll be just shy of that 5-inch
just shy
charge.
of the 5-inch charge I needed. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll come right back with the Overwatch.
Okay. So Orikan's Staff of Light doesn't get to shoot. So I'll just have these 2 warriors and my immortal. So the 2 warriors, nothing. The immortal gets 1 hit. It does get a wound.
-2. One's killed on the way in.
I recommend the Thunder Hammer.
Oh, yeah. I can see what. No. And then does your lord have any Overwatch?
He doesn't.
Okay. So they do make it in with everything. Okay, and then I'm going to attempt to charge all of those again with this kill team here.
Okay. There they go.
A 9 will get me into some of it. I'll just roll my other charges now as well.
Yep.
The chaplain is going to try to get in. That'll get him in. The Watchmaster is going to attempt all the charge on them. Oh, that'll certainly do it. And then the last thing I'm going to try to charge is my assassin into the monolith.
Okay.
This is a reckless move on my part, but...
I'll do some Overwatch.
Yeah, you might as well. Let's see if I get in. Oh, I don't. That's the worst charge roll of the round.
It's interesting.
3d6. But yeah, you are welcome to do your Overwatch.
Okay. So I'll start with his particle way up.
Yep.
He does get a hit. It is a wound.
I get a 4 up invuln. I fail.
Okay.
Damage.
D3.
Okay.
2. 2.
So he's on 4 wounds left.
And then he has his 4 Gauss Flux Arcs.
Yep.
The 6s again.
Ooh.
He's got a few. And then 3s again. He's got 3 wounds.
3 4-ups. Don't make any of them. He's on 1 wound left.
Okay.
Nice. Good job, buddy. Okay, so now we can just go into the
let's
fight
roll
phase.
straight in.
Okay, now everyone's clambered into the fight here. This has been a truly harrowing game for the Necrons.
Yeah.
The Deathwatch have been highly efficient in their killing methods this game. This is unprecedented. I don't think I've really seen my Deathwatch perform like this before. This is pretty crazy. But now we're in the fight phase. I'm gonna choose as the first unit to fight the kill team that made it into contact with your lord.
Okay.
And I'm going to fight first with the hammer.
Okay.
On your Necron lord there. So I'm hitting at -1 because of the hammer, so I'm hitting on 4s, but I am re-rolling 1s and 2s because of the buffs.
Right.
That just misses, but I hit with 1.
Go ahead.
And now he's strength 8.
Okay.
Your toughness 5?
Toughness 5.
So it's going to be 3s to wound. I'm going to... and then 6s will be a straight 6 damage.
Yeah.
6, but anything else, it's just I'll roll for damage after if you fail your save.
Okay.
Okay. Roll the 1. I'm going to re-roll that with the CP.
May as well. Okay.
So it's a regular, just wound through.
Okay.
Let me see if I get that back on a 5-up. I don't.
Okay. Didn't you already get a CP back this turn?
I did. You're right. I won't even roll for it.
Okay. I'm going to roll his
4-up?
4-up and normal save. He's made it.
Nice.
He's okay.
Okay. And then the rest of the squad, they don't have anything special to fight with. They're just vets. That is the squad that lost 1. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then one of them is a sergeant, so he'll have an extra attack. 1, 2, 3.
And this is into...
This is going to be on... they're kind of split up, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll do... Let me see. This frag cannon guy against the immortal.
Okay.
He's hit. He's wounded once.
Okay.
Saves.
That's a save.
This frag cannon against your lord.
Okay.
He's hit once. Reroll a miss. Twice. No wounds.
Okay.
And then the last one, the sergeant, against that warrior squad there.
Okay.
Roll misses. Okay. Force to wound. Nothing.
Okay.
And I don't know if the reroll ones to wound works in the fight phase. I'll look it up in a sec. So I just looked it up, and it looks like you reroll ones to wound in combat as well as in the shooting phase for your mission tactics, which is pretty great. So I did roll a 1 to wound with my sergeant against that squad of warriors, so I'll just reroll that 1 now. Still nothing. That's the way it seems to go.
The Emperor wanted it that way.
Yeah, the Emperor, he sometimes protects.
Yeah.
But sometimes he protects the Necrons, apparently. So now my Watchmaster is going to fight Orikan The Diviner.
Okay.
He has 5 attacks.
Okay.
He's hitting on 2s, rerolling misses. This once. All hit. The Guardian Spear makes him strength 5.
Okay.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 4.
Okay, so I will be winning on 3s.
Okay.
Let me see what happens. Okay. And he is HQ, so I don't reroll that.
Okay.
And it's AP minus 3.
Okay. I think Orikan benefits from his own...
5-up invuln?
Yeah, because he's Sautekh infantry. It just says they have a 5-up invuln.
Yep.
So I will roll that.
Okay.
He's made none of them.
None of them. And it is damage D3.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 5.
Right.
6.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Nice.
Diomedes did the business. And then we'll move on to Chaplain Eridus, who has 4 attacks, I believe. Chaplain said. With his Crozius, he'll be attacking the warriors.
Okay.
He hits on 2s in combat, rerolling the 1. It's 4 hits, and then he's strength 5 or 6 with the Crozius, can't remember. Winning on 3s. He gets 3 wounds, and I believe the Crozius is minus 1.
Okay.
So 3.
So there'll be 5-ups.
5-ups.
I make 2.
Okay.
1 falls.
And then they can pile in now?
They can?
And they can fight those warriors? Is how that works, I believe. So I'll just move them up. Like that. They can't all fight, but these first 2 can fight, I think is how that works.
Yeah.
So that's just 4 attacks. Okay. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling misses because of the Chaplain. And these. And winning on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Oh, no wounds. There you go.
Fair enough.
So that's all my fighting done. And you are welcome to fight back.
I will fight back.
Okay.
I think I'm supposed to declare it now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to use the resurrection protocols.
Okay.
Which I'll roll at the end of the phase.
Okay.
To just, I think, try to bring Orikan The Diviner back to life.
Nice.
3 attacks.
It's 3 attacks from your warlord.
Yep.
Necron Lord.
Going into...
That kill team?
This kill team.
Okay.
He's gone ahead and missed twice.
He doesn't get rerolls?
She sure doesn't.
That's a wound though, right?
Nope.
Oh.
It's only strength plus 2.
Oh, I thought the scythe gave him a wound on 2s.
Sure doesn't.
He's failed to wound.
Yep. And my warrior will attack that other kill. He's missed.
There was a lot of... Your immortal gets to fight too.
Oh, yeah.
He hits.
He's failed to wound.
It was almost a wound.
Yeah, well...
Then it bounced into a failed wound.
Yeah.
That was a...
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
No. Could have been better.
You have my immense sympathies, Jordan. This game...
Don't worry.
...is gone.
I have a plan.
You do have a plan.
I'm coming back.
Okay. Let's see that comeback. Coming up at the end of this turn, it'll be now Jordan's movement phase. At the end of Jordan's movement phase, we'll come back. Turn 3. Okay, so now, Jordan, you've employed a stratagem.
Yes, I did resurrection protocol, so we'll just see if our old friend Orikan comes back to life on a 4-up. Doesn't, but I'm gonna
reroll
just CP it because I'm in. Nice. There he goes. He's back.
Okay.
So he gets set up near his old position, but an inch away from enemy models.
Okay.
So I'll just set him here.
There we go. And we'll come back at the end of your movement phase.
Okay.
Okay, so we're cutting into the beginning of Jordan's turn again because we're employing actually some rapid fire stratagems on each other here. So before Jordan declares his reanimation protocols, I'm going to use the overkill stratagem on his warrior squad. That makes it so that he's -1 to his reanimation protocol rolls.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, because it's a new battle phase, I'm going to roll to see if I can get that CP back, which I do. So that's my only replenishing this turn for those. But yeah, you can now go ahead, Jordan, and attempt to bring back your warriors.
Yeah. I'm going to start just because it's fewer dice with my immortal.
Okay.
So we'll get 2 back.
Okay.
And they just have to be... Let me double check actually their reanimation rule. Because I don't actually know if they can even reanimate when they're...
I think they can. I think they just have to be... There has to be room for them.
Yeah.
I think if I locked them in, they wouldn't be able to if I surrounded them, but...
Okay.
I think they can...
Okay, yep. So they just have to be more than an inch from enemy models. Okay.
So yeah, you can bring 2 of those back.
Yep. So 2 of these guys coming back. Here they are. And let's see what is going to happen with my warriors. So I have to roll 2, 14 dice.
So this will be on...
I'm going to use the Orb of Eternity to make it a 4. It's +1 for Orikan.
-1, +1.
Yeah.
+2.
+2, -1.
Gotcha.
Yep, so let's just see. So I do get 4 back.
Okay.
It's a pretty bad roll.
An ugly roll.
But there you go. I probably couldn't have fit many more than 4 in.
That's true.
1 inch, so.
And you probably wouldn't have wanted to spend 2 CP to reroll 1s.
Right.
I mean, the odds
now
were not...
Right.
I know you would have, but
yeah.
It's
so I'll set those up, and then I'll do my movement phase.
Okay, coming back. Okay, and now we're back at the end of the movement phase. And Jordan, you want to go over what you did here?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I used, since Orikan came back alive and was no longer within an inch of enemy models, I used the dimensional corridor ability of the monolith, and Orikan hopped through it and is now over there. He advanced
over there
and ran up that way.
Yep.
And the monolith moved just a couple inches around to line up some shots on these Deathwatch here.
Yep.
That's really all the movement I had left to do.
Okay. You stayed in combat.
Yeah, these guys are all still in combat.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just go into my little bit of shooting.
Okay.
I'm going to fire my particle whip at that one guy with a frag cannon.
Okay.
So I'll be hitting on...
declare the other shots. What are you
right.
with
I apologize. The other 2 guys. So his flux arcs
at these guys.
will be going on those 2 survivors, and the
guy.
particle whip on the first guy.
Okay.
So particle whip, he hits with all of them.
That's bad for him.
And then it will be 2s. He gets 5 wounds, but -2.
-2. So 5 ups here. He's dead.
6, 9, 12 shots from the Gauss flux arcs at those other 2 frag cannons from the kill team.
An uglier roll.
Great roll. And 3s here. That's really bad.
It is bad, but I could pull it back from here.
I hope you do.
5 up saves, -2. No, they're dead.
Okay. That is my shooting.
All right, that's 2 more kill points for you.
Yep.
That's pretty good. And your Orikan is on its way to your 3rd.
Yeah, he's running for it.
So now we just go into...
Just go right into the fight phase, yeah. So these guys will all just sort of...
Pile in.
Yep. And I'll just start with my Lord.
Okay.
He's going to just attack that kill team that's right in front of him.
Okay.
So 3 attacks. He hits this time.
Nice.
And he's looking for 3s to wound.
Yep.
He does get 2 wounds.
Okay, and it's -4?
Yeah, it might be.
I feel like it is for that nasty side of his. Let's just make sure, though.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, so the Lord did just kill two members of that veteran squad. And then now I guess it would switch, so there's no charges.
Right.
Switch back to me. So I'm actually going to pile in with him, I think I can do.
Can he? Because he wasn't within an inch of anyone.
Oh, so he wasn't in combat?
Yeah.
Okay. Then no. He wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Okay.
That's correct. I'm going to...
With the FAQ, can he heroically intervene now? Or is that only if I charge you?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It might be only if you're charged.
We can look into that in a second.
Yeah, we'll double check.
But...
We'll do the rest of it.
In the meantime, I'm going to pile in over here.
Okay.
And fight with them next.
Okay.
So, get in there. So, we've got the hammer. I'll start with hitting on 4s, rolling 1s and 2s, because of the chaplain. 1 hit. 2s to wound. It is a wound.
Okay.
-3, and yeah. And then the 2 vets, and then, yeah, 2 vets that are in range. Rerolling misses.
Oh, damn it.
What'd you do?
I forgot my immortals because I can't see them behind that thing.
You have immortals
That was part
over
of
there?
my plan. Oh, no, I didn't.
They're over here.
Yeah.
We took them back. Yeah.
Cool.
No wounds. Okay. And then that's that squad. So then it would go back to you.
Yeah.
Which I think they're technically engaged with that squad.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I'll do them.
Okay.
Here they go.
Yep.
Is it a hit?
A hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah. It's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
3 up save.
It's a save. You tried.
That's a shame. And then I think that's it for the. Oh, there's these guys can fight back.
Yep.
So I'll have the hammer again attack your warlord. It's 2 misses, and then the frag cannon, 2 hits, no wounds. Don't reroll that.
And then my 3 warriors.
Yep.
Will finish off your remaining models. They've hit twice. They've wounded twice.
Okay, all right.
That's all I need.
2 3-ups.
Yeah, that's them killed.
It's the unit wiped. The unit wasn't wiped.
No, I've tabled.
That's it for the fight phase, and then we're gonna go into Deathwatch turn 3 coming up. Okay, something that we just looked it up with the new FAQ to make sure it was right, and you can actually heroically intervene in your opponent's fight phase or charge phase, even if they didn't charge. We found out.
Yep.
So what I did, I've done a bunch of movement because we'd gone into the next movement phase. We can redo some of this as needed, but basically I just wanted to heroically intervene with my Watchmaster, who was unengaged last fight phase, into the warriors, and he's going to fight them now. Okay. So I'm going to roll for his attacks, of which there are 5, I believe.
Okay.
And then he hits on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Okay. Nice.
And then he's wounding on 3s, and he's rerolling 1s as well.
Okay. Cool. And this is minus...
This is -3.
Okay, so that's the squad wiped.
Okay. So that does change things, because that unit would have been locked up otherwise next turn. That's why we just made sure we got that right. So we will come right back, and I will finish my movement for this turn, and then we'll go over what happened. And we're back at the end of the movement phase for Deathwatch, turn 3. So as you can see, my Averser has run up here. I'm hoping I can, with 3d6, get a charge in on that Lord.
You just needed 2.
I just needed 2. That's all I need. It's just a 2. The Black Star has gone into hover mode, and I haven't moved it at all, so it will not be getting a -1 to hit this turn. And I kept him within 6 inches of Diomedes to get rerolls on everything. Diomedes is not in combat. He wiped that Necron unit last turn, and then he came over here. At this point, I think he feels in his heart that his men could win this day. So he's just sort of pressing home the initiative. He's a very shrewd tactician. He's trying not to get overly cocky with his attempts here. But the chaplain is fired up. He's been fighting in the trenches here with his men. And now that that unit's been wiped, he's got the Lord in his sights. This kill team, they were Diomedes gave the order to march and try to take out that monolith, which is a very dangerous mission, but someone's got to do it. So the kill team are on the job, and that they stayed locked in combat. And then my watch captain came over here. He's also in a very perilous situation with that monolith, but we've seen him take out 2 destroyers single-handedly. So at this point, whatever happens, he's the hero Gotham deserves. So we can move into the shooting phase coming right up. And we're back at the beginning of the shooting phase. I did make a slight movement adjustment. I just pulled this unit back a little bit so that they're within 6 inches of Diomedes for that reroll. And with the Tome of Ectoclades this turn, I am changing it so that I'm actually using the ability that the Watchmaster has to change tactics once per game. So my mission tactics are now going to be against HQ.
Okay.
And I'm also doing his 6-inch bubble to give rerolls against heavy support.
Nice.
So that's what's going to be happening with them. Obviously, the Averser doesn't get any buffs from any of this because he's not Deathwatch. But we'll see what he can do coming up. But yeah, so now we get into the shooting phase. I can't engage this with shooting at all because it's all locked up. So I'm going to fire everything I can at the monolith from my Black Star.
Okay.
I'm going to open with the Storm Strike missiles. And let's just see what I do. That's 1 hit, and I get to reroll the miss. It's still a miss. And then Strength 8, Toughness 8. So I need a 4 to wound. It is a wound. And it's -2, I believe.
Okay, so I have 5.
There you go. And then the assault cannons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these will be hitting on 3s, rerolling misses. Okay. And then I will be wounding on 5s. And it's just 3, -1.
Alright, so we'll have for 4s here. This is 1 wound.
Yep. And if I don't do anything else, your living metal will ignore that completely. But we'll see what happens. So now I'm going to fire at it with the kill team that is right up in front of it.
Okay.
I'll be firing the frag cannons first. These are hitting on 3s, rerolling misses. They all hit. And the strength 9 at this range, so 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s, but that is not a 1. It's 3 wounds, AP -3.
Okay. So for 6s. I saved 2.
You've done it again.
Okay.
The monolith is not going down, so it takes 2 damage.
Alright, so it's taking 3 wounds all together.
And then I will do the Xeno Purge. So, no, I'll do the crit clear rounds on the shotguns. Reroll misses. Okay. And then there are 5s to wound. No, there are 6s to wound. Rerolling. Just 1 wound.
Okay.
And there's no AP.
Saves.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my Watch Captain. He's going to fire the Bane Bolts of Elixia with his Mastercrafted Bolt Gun at the monolith. We've seen his incredible destructive potential so far. Let's see if he can replicate that. He's going to be hitting on 2s, and I'm sorry, I said the buffs backwards earlier with the Tome of Ectoclades. The Tome of Ectoclades is getting a bubble to reroll against HQ.
Yep.
I've changed the tactics to be against heavy support.
Yep.
So he's going to be rerolling 1s against this. I am going to use Hellfire rounds.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can do anything.
Okay.
So reroll 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. Both hit.
Okay.
And then it's going to be 2s to wound, rerolling 1s, and 6s will be mortal wounds in addition.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just 2 wounds. It's AP -1.
Okay. So I'd save 1.
Yeah, so it takes 3 damage from that.
So now it's on 14 wounds.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire the Watchmaster's Guardian Spear. I'm going to use 1 CP to use Tempest rounds against the monolith.
Okay.
So he just has to hit, and then it does D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So let's see. He's hit.
Okay.
D3 mortal wounds. It's 2. I will keep that.
Okay.
And I can't get any more CP back this turn, so that just puts me down to 3. And I think that's all my shooting, because they're all tied up.
Okay.
Except, let me just make sure, I may have miscalculated. He actually can fire his hurricane bolter into the monolith, so he's going to do that. 3 is to hit, rerolling misses. Okay. And then 6 is to wound.
Okay.
No wounds. Okay. And that is all my shooting. So now I will go into the charge phase.
Okay.
I'm going to declare a charge on the Lord with the Averser. Let's see what happens. A terrible roll, but he makes it in. Thank goodness. And I'm going to charge him as well with the Chaplain.
Okay.
He makes it in. Go there. And I'm gonna, are we saying that we could fight over the wall?
So. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do my Watchmaster into him as well. Cool. He makes it in. And that's that for the charges. I'm actually going to charge them into the monolith as well.
Okay.
So roll 4. That's not gonna make it. I don't
think so?
Let me just make sure. No, but I'm gonna re-roll the 1.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
6. They do make it. So yeah, you get to do your Overwatch.
Okay. I will. So firing some Overwatch with my monolith here. Got hit with the particle whip.
Yep. It's
Does wound.
It's -2.
It's -2.
5 up. It fails. I lost a boy.
And then his gauze flux arc. 12 shots. 6s. I hit 1.
Okay.
Done 1.
Okay.
And then I also have to roll for his Portal of Exile.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So let's see if anything happens. It does.
Okay.
So you take D6 mortal wounds.
Yep. There's the unit. Totally forgot about that. Terrible play. Terrible play. I take it all back. Okay. And then we'll go into the fight phase proper. All right. After that incredibly devastating charge against the monolith, and that wiped my fresh, healthy kill team unit there, I am going to move on to the fight that's happening over here. So I'm going to start with the Averser.
Okay.
Just want him to do something in this game. So that's 8 attacks on the charge for him. I do want to tell the audience the Watchmaster only has 4 attacks. I've been cheating. I've given him 2 extra attacks total this game, I think. I hope that didn't mess anything up too much.
It's okay. I'll just remove 2 of your models.
2 of my models to make up for it. Yeah, exactly. We can look back and see if it's anything. I don't know how much of a difference.
I don't think it matters.
But anyway, combat now, and I will make sure not to do 5 attacks this time. So the Averser is going to attack the Lord. 8 attacks, hitting on 2s. Misses once. I'm using the gauntlet, by the way.
Okay.
Not the power sword. So he's wounding on strength 5. So he's wounding on 4s. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And he's re-rolling failed wound rolls.
Okay.
Which is good. Because we did that.
There we go.
There we go. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, AP -1.
Okay. So I need 4s. I do save.
Nice.
Wow, I save
Very
many
nice.
of them.
So he only takes 1
Takes
wound.
a wound.
How many is he on now?
Let me check. I can't remember how many wounds he starts with.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to attack.
He's on 4 now. He started with 5.
I'm going to attack with my Warlord, Diomedes. Hitting on 2s, rerolling misses. Nice. Okay. And then he's strength 5, so he's winning on 4s, rerolling 1s because of the mission tactics. Just get 2.
Okay.
AP -3.
So this will be on his phase shifter.
Yeah.
Saves 1.
Okay.
Does fail 1, and that's D3 damage.
It is D3.
Do I waste a command point?
Do you?
I'm gonna waste it.
It's controversial.
Okay, he saves.
He saves. And then the Chaplain is going to attack him as well. So he's hitting on 2s, rerolling misses. And he's wounding on, he's strength 6, I think, with the Crozius. So he's wounding on 3s,
Nice.
rerolling 1s. But
Cool.
he got 4 3s. So so you're 4 up in one?
4 ups.
Ooh.
So that
I think he's dead.
I think is him killed.
Because it's a 2 damage each.
Yeah.
The chaplain, in a blind rage, destroys this
I am going to
scum.
use my last CP, so
Okay.
at the end of the phase, there's a
To see if he
chance
can
of
come
him
back. Okay.
coming back.
Interesting.
We'll see.
So the warlord is perhaps brought low. But
Yeah.
we don't know for sure. And then, with the remainder of my fighting, these guys just going to turn around, pile in. I'll start with the hammer, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s and 2s. Always seem to get a 3 with those guys. Winning on 2. Wounds, it's minus 3, so you get a 6 up save.
Oh.
Look at that. And then
Bounces right off him.
it's not that heavy.
No, apparently not.
And then the other vet, both hit, and 1 wound, and he gets to reroll that. Oh no, he doesn't. He's troops now. He don't get the troops on this.
Okay, so just a 3 up.
Yep.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that. So you get to fight back with your immortals.
yeah, they're gonna do it. Got 2 hits.
Yep. 1
Got a wound.
3 up save. Look at that. They did more to me than I did to them.
That's a little embarrassing.
Actually, I'm going to take a hammer. Take a hammer. And that's the end of the fighting. And you don't have to roll morale, despite not having
Right,
to fear
'cause I didn't lose
because you didn't lose any this turn.
Should I just roll?
Yeah,
to
go
see?
ahead.
So I'm just on 4 up. He does come back.
Okay, so your lure's back.
So
And
he has
because
to
at the
be.
end of the phase, he's not going to fight again, right?
No, it's all done. So
Okay.
he has to just come back near where he was, but an inch from enemy models. I think this should be okay.
Yeah. And with that, that is the end of the Deathwatch turn 3. And we're going into Necrons turn 4 coming up.
Cool.
And we're back in Jordan's shooting phase, Necrons turn 4. Jordan?
I'm going to do a little shooting.
All right.
It seems like this is the right
It's
phase
the appropriate time
for me to
feels
do
like.
that.
Yeah.
With my... I'm actually just going to declare my will be done on the Immortals.
Okay.
Because I think the +1 to hit is in combat as well.
I think it
So just to be safe, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I forgot to do that previously. I've done it now. I'm going to start by shooting my monolith. He's going to fire his Gosflux Arc Captain.
Yes.
And we've measured up because of the way the monolith is positioned, he's actually closer to the chaplain from his corner than he is from his near edge to this kill team member. He's going to fire at the chaplain with his particle whip.
Whip. Okay.
And I'm going to resolve that first, just because I'm holding 6 die.
Okay.
So he's got a couple of hits.
Couple hits there.
And he's looking for 2s to wound.
That's
Great.
ugly. 3 wounds.
Yep.
And I do a 4-up invuln, so I will see what happens.
Okay. And he's made them all.
Saved with all of them.
Great.
Resilient man, Eric. He's been through a lot. Tyrannic war veteran. Hard to kill that guy. Let's see if you can.
Now shoot at the captain.
Yeah.
With the Gosflux Arcs. Another
An equally
awful roll.
ugly situation here.
And so leave 3s to wound.
Okay, that's all right.
5 wounds. This is -2.
-2. He's in cover, so 4-ups. And he fails 2.
Okay.
So he's on, I think, 3
damage.
wounds. I think he's on 3 wounds.
Cool.
Is there any other shooting?
There is not.
Okay.
I am going to declare a multi-charge with my Overlord. He's just going to charge these
Both of them?
2 men.
Okay. I'll do some Overwatch. Chaplain with his pistol. I think I'm going to overcharge it. I'm going to do it. He hits. Strength 8, so 3's to wound.
HQ, though.
Yes, he gets to
was
reroll.
picked.
Yep.
Yep.
You're right. Thank you for that. Oh, that's too bad. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah, right, because he's done this 5.
Yeah, and then the Verser actually gets a weird rule where
Doesn't
he
he
doubles
reroll?
Overwatch.
Oh, is that what
I
it
think he
was?
fires twice during Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
I'll double check that.
Okay.
And then we'll come right back. Okay, and now we just double checked it, so it looks like the Sentinel Ray allows him to re-roll misses, not and when he's firing Overwatch, not fire twice. So he gets 4 shots with his pistol. I decided to use that instead of the Delta Bomb. Thought maybe it's more likely to do something. So 6s to hit, and he re-rolls misses. Nothing. And then with the pistol, it's strength 4, so he's winning on 5s, but he does get to re-roll because it's an infantry that he's shooting at. Roll. Nope, nothing.
Okay.
So you just, sure you can just make. Yeah.
I'm in.
You're quite in. Nice. A nice little move there. And we also forgot reanimation protocols.
Yes.
So for the Immortals. So you want to roll that now?
Hey!
Look at that.
They're back.
Okay, so we can go into the fight phase if you want.
Yeah, let's go right in.
Okay.
I guess I'll just fight with my Overlord.
Okay.
He's going to take a couple of swings at your Verser.
Okay.
3 attacks. It's got 2 hits?
Nice.
No, 3.
He hits on
on
2s. Nice.
Yeah.
3s to him?
There's 1.
That's what you... He's disappointing.
If it was another model, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
But he's pretty consistently
He's consistently failed to do anything useful, yeah. That's a shame.
Well, it's across editions, across games.
Yeah.
He's been doing this since 7th.
It's his personal reputation on the line.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to let you down
Yeah.
by performing suddenly.
Yep.
So
there you
that's
go.
that. And then you want to move into the other combat there?
I don't really want to, but
There it is.
they're just going to pile in
All right.
and attack that frag cannon.
Mm-hmm. And 4's to wound.
Got a wound.
3 up.
Hey!
Okay. He's dead. Okay. And then I guess we fight back.
Yeah.
Now. So the Everser gets 6 attacks against the Lord. This is once. This is the gauntlet again.
Nice.
Roll that. And all wounded.
Not bad. He's dead.
He is dead.
Yep.
And he's dead for good this time?
Well, in this game.
I'm sorry. I meant, can you use the
But
reanimation
will he
again?
come back later? No, he can't. I'm out of CP also, but you can only use it on one model, on the same model once.
I see. Okay. So that is the fight phase done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of your turn.
It's the end of my turn.
You got another kill point for that veteran squad you killed there.
Okay.
But I also just got Warlord and another kill point.
Yeah.
So, bit of a trade back and forth there.
Yeah.
And now we will go into the Deathwatch, turn 4.
Yeah.
Coming up. All right, and we are into the end of the Deathwatch movement phase, turn 4. We're now in the shooting phase, and let's see what we can do with this phase of ours. Now, the Immortals are finally not locked in combat, so I can get some shooting done on them. You'll notice I advanced my chaplain over this thing here, and now he's next to the objective. On this side of it, Diomedes told him we have to hold that objective. Diomedes also grimaced in disgust as his men disappeared into the trash zone that the monolith brought that kill team into last turn. So he's looking at it with a wary grimace at this point. But the Everser, totally fearless, just going in for the kill on that thing. He's going to try to. So we're just going to open up with shooting now. The Everser, I guess, will just start the phase.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw a Melt-A-Bomb at the monolith. So he hits on 2s. He's hit. And strength 8. I think they re-roll their wound rolls against
I feel like
vehicles.
the Melt-A-Bomb has some...
It doesn't re-roll the... You don't get 2d6 and then pick the highest,
Yeah.
but I think you re-roll wound rolls. So I'll confirm that after, but we'll do it now. So 4 wound. Fails. I'm going to assume I can re-roll that, and then we'll look at it. It would be a wound, and it's AP minus 4.
So no save.
So no save, and it would be 2 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use a CP to re-roll that. 5.
Okay.
And we confirmed that is what Melt-A-Bombs do. They re-roll wounds against vehicles specifically. So that took 5 wounds, and it's on 8, you said now?
It's on 8 wounds remaining.
8 wounds remaining. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the Watch Captain here. He's going to fire at it again with Hellfire rounds with the Bane Bolt of Elixir. So he'll be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. And then he'll be wounding on not 2s because it's a vehicle.
I was going to ask that last time.
Did I do that last turn?
You did, and I didn't ask because I assumed you wouldn't cheat twice in this
I
game.
didn't mean to. We can look back at the footage maybe and see what we did.
It doesn't really matter.
But anyway, so what I need to roll to wound you is I won't do Hellfire rounds, obviously, because you're a vehicle. I'll do Vengeance rounds. Okay. So I'll be AP minus 3.
Okay.
And I need 6s to wound you, but I get to reroll 1s. Okay. And 6s will additionally cause mortal wounds.
Okay.
That's a big old whiff. Okay. And then I'm going to have the Watchmaster Diomedes fire at it. You can see it under there. I'm going to use my last CP to do Tempest round on it. Let me see if I get the CP back. Nope. So those are gone. And then, so I just need to roll the hit, and then I'll do D3 mortal wounds. I've hit. D3 mortal wounds. That's a big 3.
So puts him on 5 wounds remaining.
Okay. Now I'm going to fire the Black Star.
Okay.
Black Star is going to fire the Hurricane Bolter at the Immortals. And it's going to fire the Storm Strike missiles and the Twin Assault cannon at the Monolith.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the Storm Strike missiles.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Diomedes. Hit.
Nice.
And then it's 4s to wound. 1 wound.
Okay.
AP minus 2, I believe.
Going for a 5. I do get it.
The Monolith has passed most of its saves.
Yeah, it really, when it has a chance to make a save.
Yeah, it seems to be making them. So now I will do the Assault Cannon. Rerolling misses.
Nice.
Pretty good. And then 5s to 1.
Wow, not a bad roll.
Quite good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So looking for 4s here. Yeah. So he does drop 2 more wounds, leaving him on 3 wounds.
Okay. That's perilously close to
2 wounds.
On 2 wounds, which is less than 3.
Right, and it's getting closer to being on 1 wound.
Exactly, and then at that point, that's actually really close to being destroyed.
Having no wounds left,
Yeah. So there's 8, 10, 12 shots with the Hurricane Bolter at the Immortals. Rerolling misses. Okay. And wounding on 4s. Yuck. 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 Yuck.
Icky.
3 wounds. Icky. Icky. 3 wounds.
All right, looking for some 3s. Hey.
They love it. Okay, I think that's my shooting. So now I'm going to go into the charge phase.
Okay.
And I'm going to charge the Immortals with Diomedes.
I'll Overwatch.
Okay. Go for it.
I don't think, I have a feeling that this is where he survives.
This is finally the moment
that he
where
lives.
Diomedes keeps surviving.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Yep.
10-6 now.
You got a 6?
Go on 6. This isn't enough to wound him
once. Yeah. It is
a wound.
that. And he has a 4-up invuln.
This could be where he makes it. There it is.
He did do that. Let's see if he makes it in.
You just need a 2.
I've made it in. And then my...
It's a shocking outcome.
Everser is actually going to come back and charge them as well.
Well, not the move I wanted.
3d6. That'll make it. He's finally moved quickly during a charge. And there he is.
He's untethered.
Yeah. And we can just go right into the fighting because it's so simple.
Yeah.
I'll start with the Averser. 2, 4, 6, 8 attacks. Hitting on 2s. He's using the gauntlet again. 2 misses. And then he's wounding on 3s, rerolling failed. Rerolling failed. Okay. 4 wounds. Okay. -1.
For some 4 up saves. I make 2, but I lose 2 immortals.
And then my Watchmaster with his 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
4 attacks on his stat line. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Okay. All right.
Goodness.
I guess he really doesn't like these guys.
He doesn't.
Strength 5, so he needs 3 to wound. He's wounded 3 times, and it's -3.
Okay.
There.
That's a 666, so they all live.
If you'd rolled
but they're
like
leaving anyways.
They're going home.
I rolled 3 6s there, but they've had it.
Yep.
And they're leaving.
They've had quite enough of that. And then I'll just do some simple consolidation moves. There. And that's the end of the fight phase.
Mm-hmm.
Now would be Necron's turn 5. And we're coming up in a sec. And we're back at the end of Necron's movement phase, turn 5. This is actually a very close game. It's shocking. It seemed like the Deathwatch were just gonna take this early on.
This is what we call a snail biter.
Yeah, this is a snail biter, which
just inexplicably keeps going.
It just keeps going when it seems like it shouldn't have.
You don't know what's happening, but you keep rolling dice.
No one gets tabled. Nothing seems to happen.
It just keeps
but the game just keeps going.
It goes and goes.
So here we are.
I didn't move.
Didn't move anything.
I didn't move. I've only got 2 models left, and they're where they want to be.
Right.
I'm going to start shooting now.
Yes.
My monolith
is
going to shoot his
particle.
His whip, his particle whip at the captain.
Okay.
And he's going to fire his flux arcs at
the Averser.
The Averser.
Okay.
He's hitting on 5s now.
Yep.
So here goes his particle whip at the captain.
Okay.
He's got 2 hits.
Okay.
Fair enough. I didn't really expect that. There it is.
4 up. Fails.
Okay.
D3.
D3. It's the big 2.
He's on 1 wound.
And then his flux arcs.
Yep.
At the Averser.
Okay.
And for 5s again. It's got a few hits.
Alright, okay.
About the same number of hits he had when he was hitting on 3s.
Yeah, interesting.
Looking for 3s to wound.
Yep.
There we go.
2 wounds. 4 up invuln. That's him.
That's him.
Does he blow up? Doesn't matter. He doesn't do anything. Let's assume he blew up. That's cool. I'll just roll with it. He didn't blow up. That's a shame. The chemicals in his body weren't corrosive enough.
No.
He just went down. Okay. And is that your shooting?
Yeah, that's my shooting.
Okay.
How many wounds is that captain on?
He's on 1 wound now.
Trying to decide if I just YOLO it and charge
him. Yeah, you could.
It doesn't seem smart, but it also seems very likely that you'll just kill the monolith next turn anyways.
I may.
So
I may do that. It's hard to know.
He's gonna go for it.
Okay.
He's possessed with a fighting spirit.
Yep. That big giant rock moving pyramid.
Yep.
Okay. I'll fire some Overwatch.
Yeah, I thought you might.
That incredible bolter of his. So I need 6s to hit, rerolling 1s. Nope.
Let's see if I make my charge. I don't know what I need.
That'll do it.
I think a 10 will do it.
It's just...
Yeah, he's going to position himself, just so he's still near that objective.
Just so ridiculous.
Okay.
Now that we're in the fight phase, does that gate still activate?
No, just when you when you charge me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead with your attacks.
Yeah, he's gonna swing at you. He's gonna spin around. He's got 3 attacks.
Spin rapidly. Hit me with those hard edges.
No.
Okay. All right. So we're back. The monolith has now attacked. It flailed and missed. It spun around a bunch, I guess. And the Watch Captain.
It's got little blades, but they're so high up.
Yeah.
He couldn't get them down.
He deftly dodged them. Yeah. So now he's going to fight back. He has 4 attacks, and he has a Xenophase Blade. So I'm hitting on 2s with him, rerolling 1s. That is 3 hits and a 1. 4 hits. Now, he's only strength 4, so I need 6s to wound.
Okay.
I do get to reroll 1s against him, because he's heavy support. And I do get 1 wound.
Okay.
It's AP minus 3.
Okay.
And so you get a save.
And I'll have to reroll my successful invulnerable saves.
That you don't take,
Okay.
Failed. So how many wounds is he on now?
Was that just 1 damage?
It was 1 damage.
Now he's on 3 again.
Okay. Monolith's on 3 wounds, and I think that's the end of Jordan's turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. So moving into Deathwatch, turn 5. And we're back. The end of movement phase, turn 5 for the Deathwatch. These are the final moments. This is getting desperate, I would say, for both of us here to see what happens. I think you could win this on kill points.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But we'd have to add it up. Yeah. So I'm gonna go into the shooting phase here. I basically just fallen back with this Watch Captain from the monolith in combat, and I moved the Watchmaster a little bit over. The chaplain stayed where he was. He's out of line of sight of everything, and he's on an objective. That's really just what I'm doing with him there. Jordan controls the other side of the table, which is funny because we came from opposing sides. Now we control the opposite sides. But that's the way these games go sometimes. I am out of CP. That puts me in a place where I can't do any cheeky mortal wounds to shave off the end of that guy.
I was just thinking about that.
But we'll see if I can just kill him with some conventional firepower. You've saved almost every save when you've had the chance to roll a save.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens this time. I'm going to start with him just because, why not? He's going to fire his vengeance rounds at that. And these will be AP minus 3 because of that.
Okay.
But they're also damage 2. Okay. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I actually just want to make sure that the strength of the gun isn't 5 on this Guardian Spear, because I'm not sure. So come right back and check. And I did check. It's strength 4. So going to shoot into that monolith now. Hitting on 2s. They both hit. And now I need 6s, but I am rerolling 1s to wound. Nope. Okay. Whew. So now we go to the Black Star, and I'm just going to fire everything from it into the monolith.
All right.
I'm just going to start with the Hurricane Bolter, because why not? Hitting on 3s, rerolling misses. He didn't move again, just so everyone's aware. Still misses. And then I need 6s to wound here. 1 wound.
Okay.
Get your full 3-up save.
I do save.
Another.
Would have liked to save that 6.
Well, maybe you'll probably just get another.
We'll see.
We'll see. Storm Strike missiles now. Hitting on 3s. Both hit. Wounding on 4 is not rerolling because he doesn't get mission tactics. I do get the 1 though.
Okay.
So minus 2. That's it.
So he dies.
He does die.
Does he blow up? It doesn't matter. He might.
You might have.
He doesn't. He just implodes into his own portal.
Yep. And it's like he wasn't even there.
Yeah. But we all know he was there.
Yeah. We all remember.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very good for me. the monolith now gone. Jordan's down to 1 model. I definitely can't shoot that model this turn. But the game could end at the end of turn 5. So, do we know who rolls it? I always forget.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
It might be me since I would have the next turn.
We're both at a second.
I don't know.
You just roll.
I'll roll it. So
that means it would continue.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be turn 6 for the Necrons coming up.
Yeah.
All right. We are back. This is actually, you'll notice that the Deathwatch had moved, even though we said we were going to the Necron's turn.
Yeah.
The reason being Jordan has 1 model left. It's Orikan The Diviner.
Yeah.
And he stayed put because he just wants that point at the end of the game.
Yeah.
We have been rolling, by the way, behind the scenes every turn for his when he goes beast mode.
Yeah, the stars are right. His special ability.
Yeah, and
it's just now activated.
It's just now in turn 6 activated when it's really helpful, and he's over there on that end of the table. So we basically, other than just rolling for that, skipped Orikan's turn because it's just him.
Yeah, he's just standing.
And the Deathwatch have all moved forward as much as they can. The Chaplain Aridus stayed on that objective, as was his mission. His blood's finally cooling off. His blood was up for a little while there. He was fighting. He brought the Warlord down. Mighty Chaplain Aridus. But he's now cooling off, and he's doing what Diomedes told him. He's a trained, experienced veteran of the Tyrannic Wars. He knows how to calm himself down and be rational. Now, the Watch Captain tried to advance to this middle objective here, but I rolled a 3. So he actually isn't within 3 inches. Now, the reason that this is all like a clutch moment is because if I don't kill Orikan with shooting this turn and the game ends, it'll be a draw based on kill points and our other victory conditions. If I do kill him, it'll be a tabling and I'll win. And if the game continues, it will be a win for me.
Yeah.
Because I'll be able to just jump on that objective and I'll have more.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to. So I'm basically just going to fire my Black Star at Orikan and see if I can kill him. And if I can't, then we'll see if the game continues.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's over.
Yeah.
So, So the Black Star is going to fire everything. I'm going to open with the... let me make sure I'm in range with the Hurricane Bolter. Yes, I am. So the Hurricane Bolter first. 2, 4, 6 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because the Watch Captain's right there.
Okay.
Okay. And then he's toughness 7 now?
He's toughness 7.
That's crazy. So 5 wound. And that's 3 wounds.
Good. So 3 up save because
he's in cover.
In the bunker. He makes them. He's okay.
Okay. And then the Twin Assault Cannon. So that's 6, 2, 4, 6. Hitting on 4s because he moved. Rerolling 1s because of the Captain. Okay. Not bad. And then 5s to wound. Strength 6, toughness 7.
Right.
I got 3 wounds.
Okay. So 4 up this time.
Yep, because of the minus. Okay.
He drops 2 wounds, so he's on 5 wounds.
I'm 5 now. So if I don't hit and wound with both Storm Strike missiles.
Yep.
Yeah. So here they come the Storm Strike, hitting on 4s. They both hit.
Hits.
Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
There's that. Failed.
Okay.
Okay, so we're done.
Yep.
Shooting phase, you survived.
Should we just
now
roll
we just roll to see if the game ends.
So on a 4 up,
yeah,
it continues. Okay.
And
so that's a Deathwatch victory.
It's a Deathwatch victory because the Watch Captain would successfully make it here next turn, and then the game would end.
Yep.
Well, that was a weird, long, inexplicably long game, I would say, given how rapid fire the opening
that one turn was.
Let's talk about it in the wrap up, and good game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy! Well, what about that game?
It was a game of Warhammer.
That was our first game of Warhammer 40,000 on the channel.
Yeah,
Grimdark Tales. That didn't go at all how I expected. In a variety of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. historically, in games we've played in the past with larger lists, which we are not using because we have unpainted models.
Yeah.
The Necrons have sort of cleaned house on the Deathwatch a number of times. And I think maybe it's because you were able to fit a more cohesive list into 2,000 points.
Yeah. At this point level, the list I have designed for 2,000 is one that actually I think, like, sort of in the like meta terms, it's considered not good. But I would run 2 20-man units of warriors and 2 ghost arcs, and then I would have 2 larger units of immortals at 10 instead of 5.
Yeah.
Sort of give them a better chance of getting their reanimation protocols. And I probably wouldn't run a monolith most times, although it's a really cool unit.
It's a very cool unit.
I would probably take like a Catan shard.
Yeah.
Have the Deceiver painted up. I really want to get the Nightbringer painted up.
Both very cool units.
Super cool. And I just read the Nightbringer Black Library book, the Ultramarines. I got it because the Ultramarines, because I love their buff. But then the Nightbringer sort of got me fired up about painting the Nightbringer.
Yeah, you were just saying, it turns out the Omnibus has
it's got everything.
Of the factions we're using in our campaigns.
So it's been getting me pretty excited.
Yeah,
that's off topic. But so this list doesn't really have a lot of synergy. Playing it felt a little bit like haphazard.
Yeah, like each model or each unit wasn't really complementing anything else.
Well, I feel like that's sort of almost like a problem with the Necrons is like, you know, when I rolled a bunch of 1s, you're like, oh, Overlord doesn't get reroll 1s. Yeah. Most other commanders do.
Yeah.
He's got the +1 to hit, which, you know.
My one is great.
That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it just feels like with the Necrons, it's a bit... there's just not a lot of, like with the Deathwatch, every time you shoot, there's an interaction with like your mission tactics, your special issue ammo, stratagems. Whereas with the Necrons, you sort of feel a little bit just like, I'll just roll my dice.
Yeah, the Deathwatch have an enormous amount of synergy and interaction and just special rules going off all the time. Like the mission tactics is so strong. The rerolling 1s to hit sort of like across the board against different enemy types and it's just different. I mean, you know, it's known that Space Marines are having trouble right now in the meta, but at the same time, I think the Deathwatch are maybe one of the better options for mitigating the problems Space Marines have, where even though they lack the durability I think Space Marines should have, they make up for it with being so good at shooting. Their bolters are so powerful. The special issue ammo is crazy. And even more to that point, watching my watch captain take out 2 destroyers alone with the main bolts of that was incredible. I mean, like, that was such a heroic moment for him. That'll be written about, you know. But yeah, it's very different from like most Space Marine armies, where I think a lot of Space Marine armies would try to, you know, take 3 Predators and they try to maybe take Dread with glass cannon. I don't know. The
There's just you have less synergy and stuff with Space Marines, and so it seems like you're sort of you can't really use the infantry to as good effect with Deathwatch. It's cool to see.
Exactly. TAC Marines, don't have the function that they do in a Deathwatch list. But
that was an interesting opener of the campaign. I think maybe that the Necrons, they just woke up.
Yeah, they're groggy. Yeah, they're groggy metal boys.
Had their Necron coffee.
Yep, whatever that is, probably oil or something.
Yeah. Yes, they were they were rusty. There was a lot of creaking. I think that's why the Overlord was rolling so bad.
Yeah, he wasn't. He couldn't hit or he couldn't wound when he did.
He just didn't have the power behind the swing.
Yeah.
Just because his joints would lock up.
Yeah, I would say another funny moment, similar to the Watchmaster. I mean, the Watch Captain killing the destroyers was my entire kill team getting eaten by your. I feel like you specifically, whenever there's a thing where it's like, oh, on a chance you'll get like something horrific will happen. It's like you always get the maximum roll on that thing.
Well, it's funny because I think if you hadn't done that thing, it would have ended a turn sooner at least. Because you would have just moved. You could have moved that kill team onto the objective, and there's a chance that I would have like shot it up with my with my monolith, but I think it would have just been the sort of the difference to shoot the monolith off the table and hold that. So in a way, like, yeah, it was a tactical mistake because you just forgot. But, you know,
yeah,
it sort of brought the game down to having that clutch final moment.
And I'm kind of glad that happened, just because like I didn't want the game to be as much of a wash as it might have been. But
yes, if it had ended with that kill team just shooting the monolith off the table, and you still basically would have had
wouldn't have felt that
a big chunk of your army. Yeah, it wouldn't have felt that close.
But it was actually kind of weirdly close at the end.
Yeah.
I only won by a point, and you know, you had more things you could kill of mine, and I had fewer things I could of you, which in a way,
if I'd gotten luckier with the monolith, with that shooting, the monolith had some. I don't know what its excuse was, because it's been awake. It came from outside.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was just shooting badly.
It seemed like maybe they were just focusing on surviving, because you were rolling hot on those.
On the saves, I did get some really lucky saves.
But, you know, that being said, that's not going to win you a game.
No.
So, the heroes of the Deathwatch all survived that game. The assassin was brought down right at the end there, but that's classic adversary behavior. And you know, Diomedes successfully repelled this Necron attack, which in the future we'll see what that means exactly.
Who knows how many more Necrons are lurking beneath the surface of this world.
And the unnamed lord, I'm sure, was teleported off-site once he fell, along with Orikan and the rest of the Necrons here. Just their personal teleporters all activate once they were on the losing side of this battle, and who knows what they'll be up to next. So that will be another future story to tell in the very extensive campaign we're coming with on this channel in the Meridus system. And well, that was a crazy game.
It was.
And I hope that we have more crazy games soon. And thanks so much for watching. Again, we are on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Website coming soon. And we hope to be talking to you guys again real soon, whether this way or in a podcast real soon. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.